has launched an investigation into a viral video that was showing a fuel pump attendant demanding customers to purchase lubricants to dispense petrol. Now, the company said its attention was drawn to that particular video that had been circulating on social media, which shows a fuel pump attendant forcing customers to buy lubricants or engine oil as a prerequisite for purchasing premium motor spirit, also known as petrol. Now, the managing director of the NNPC Retail Limited, Hob Stockman, condemned the incident, stating that we are dedicated to providing clear, transparent, and quality service to all our customers, guaranteeing that their needs are met without any resource to unnecessary and unscrupulous conditionalities. Those were his words. He also emphasized that the company's customer service charter does not require customers to purchase lubricants or any other product as a prerequisite to buying petrol. There was a video that was circulated on social media. It's everywhere, being reposted by many, and that actually led to this particular story. We are not in support. In fact, our constitution does not state this. It's not part of our rules. So this is against our guidelines, and that's what has been stated. Now, the NNPC are investigating this particular video. Have you ever experienced this, where you go to buy fuel in the fuel station and they tell you must first buy lubricants, you must first buy engine oil before you can buy the petrol?
When they said forcing, I'm just imagining, I'm just thinking out of my own experience I have seen, because across the countries where we have fuel stations, there are options for you. They can't force you.
Go to another fuel station.
Yes, they can't force you to buy, but they only sampled it to you. That if you want to buy, you can buy.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
In this case,
they are forcing.
Yes,
that
if you don't buy it, you will not be given petrol.
You see, that's where we are talking about availability of PMS. In this instance, maybe within that environment, is the only person that was dispensing products. And they want to use that and to market the order of their products, which nobody think about purchasing them. So now you will see a lot of queues. Okay, maybe in their own case there wasn't any queue, but you must buy our product. Why must you force me to buy what I did not plan to buy? Do you know how much I have in my pocket? How many Nigerians is filling their tank these days? Dollars of buying what I did not plan to buy.
They're buying, they're very angry.
You are angry now. You see the payments you are buying. You buy 10 liters with high amount of money, and you check it, your meters is not even rising up in your car. And you think of where you are going, and you are forcing me to buy. It's criminal. Okay, it's condemnable. I don't think, if I see such, I'm driving my car to a fuel station, and you are telling me that I must patronize you by buying a lubricant before I will quietly left. I will quietly leave the environment and go to somewhere else that I will not be harassed, because it's customer harassment. And it's a crime for me. It's a completely crime, because you don't need to harass any customers.
Yes, and that's why it's been looked into and being investigated.
They should investigate that particular filling station and sanction it immediately.
But some of these actions by some of these fuel stations, this is not just the only thing that some of them do. I actually saw that video. This is just one of it. We've also heard cases of increase in prices of the PMS, maybe more than the required price that has been, stipulated for that particular product. We've heard different things happening with misconduct of some of these fuel stations.
You see, when DPRO fail to do their jobs, it becomes a problem for Nigerians. Because, like, when I was much younger, I used to tell us that they don't open filling station closer to the house where people live. That was what we were told. I don't know whether it's written in any Nigerian book or law that they don't open. You used to see filling station in the
even gas stations.
They don't. You don't
but now
take
we
it.
have them.
We have it in the compound, every neighborhood, everywhere, and you must be. They must pass through DPRO. DPRO must approve it. They must approve it before you can start operating. And I also remember in those days when you will see we see some agencies giving the what do they call them, pricing regulating agencies also, regulating the price of PMS, and they will even come to your station to monitor your gauge, your meters, whether you adjusted it. I have seen cases where they will discover that this meter was adjusted, and the law also mandated them. They will force you to dispense free of charge as a punishment.
But
you
we've
will
had
dispense.
cases like that. We've had case drivers complaining about that.
That is it. Nobody is.
And so rampant.
That is the corruption we are talking about. Nobody is monitoring the process. Nobody is supervising them. They just come and call the managers. They gather money and give to them. Don't come. Oh, this is your quota.
Allegedly.
Yes. Not allegedly. This is what is.
Did you see
this is what is happening.
Have you seen?
This is what is happening, because I remember in those days when I used to buy PMS in those days. When I'm saying those days, as if I'm old like that. But I remember, you know, I started driving cars at a very tender age. You know, from my 19, I started driving cars. You know, I've driven cars for the past 21 years in this country. And then when I would drive to some fuel station then in Port Harcourt, yeah, you'll be surprised. You see them, that people, they say they are around. Oh. All the managers and that filling station will adjust themselves and be looking very honest, and you see us buying fuel.
They look for.
Yes, they will look very honest, and you see all the meters. They will dispense as the meter. If it is 1 meter, you know that it's 1 meter you are buying. See the 30s now. Like for me, I used to have, if like the one I will use for my generator. Okay, I say, okay, I put inside this cake for me. If I see and it's not up to what I want, I will not buy again in my car. I will not buy again. And you see that they want to dispense with one particular meter. This is a criminal act.
But today we have different prices from different.
Nobody is regulating it. Nobody is regulating it.
Sometimes the prices, the difference in the price is so much.
Even though,
not to be compared. No basis for comparison.
These are problems we are having in the society. Mostly this current administration. They don't focus. It didn't
start today.
You came to make change. You renew hope. So we
don't expect all the changes to happen in one day.
Everything that we want should start. We can start seeing results that this one, at least this area, you started this, you started it. Because you have people you are paying money. You have people, government paying money to do this job. Why are they not doing the job? Must Mr. President start coming to filling station to check who is cheating Nigerians? We have people that are responsible for this. Why are they not doing the job? What stopped them from monitoring? But we are monitoring.
Why are we not asking these questions?
And that is why we are talking here.
Aside this now, why are we not asking these questions? Why does it look like we have adapted so much to what might not really be right, and we just go over it like it's normal? A lot of abnormal things are now normal to us in this part of the country. Especially this pump fuel price. It is very pathetic when you know that, oh, maybe the NNPC filling station are selling at a particular price, and it's always very different. And then you go to other filling stations, it's so different. The price difference is, there's no basis for comparison, like I said earlier. So you begin to ask, does it mean this is how it's supposed to? Some people even think that's how it's supposed to be.
The law regulates that, you know, if you are taking product from Port Harcourt Depot, for instance, to Kano, you don't expect the same price. It is stated there are some price-related, regulated agencies that have done this, their calculations. So, like if in states, it's different per state, based on the closeness to where you are lifting it from. But individual, what do they call it? Private marketers, you know, independent marketers, you sell as you buy. You get
that's what they usually say as their own excuse for what is going on.
Because we don't have a system on ground. I keep saying that. If you go to major marketers, I won't be mentioning their name. Let me not do free advert for them. If you go for major marketers, their prices are fixed. You can't change it. So what happened to independent marketers? That their prices, you go to this place, and in most cases, they don't sell the best product. In most cases, they sell adulterated product to Nigerians, and we consume it. And every day you see us suffering with our engine, having issues.
You cannot even fault that because we have had the issue of the bad fuel that was in circulation.
Yes.
At least that one was everywhere.
Yes.
It was in the news. People's vehicle engines were destroyed. And it was not really a funny... The annoyance Nigerians have is that at that time, after all of the complaints, after all the victims came out to say, oh, this is how it affected me, at the end of the day, we did not see the end of that story.
I think that was a time the Senate, I love this Senate. I love them so much because anytime they want us to hear them, they come out with the trading stories. They just talk and they will close mouth. We were told that that matter is in the Senate, they are investigating it. And to me, I don't know how many years you can investigate the matter. But it doesn't take police 2 minutes to arrest someone now. You are in the correctional center immediately. So why is it that when they come for high-profile cases...
yes, like you said, it's a high-profile case.
When it comes to high-profile cases like this, which is very contagious, cases that all eyes are on the board, saying how you want to rule it, it takes time. Yes, it ought to take times. But we have people that they don't do any other thing. Their job is just to investigate. What other things are you doing when your job
I remember then they told Nigerians
is to investigate?
If you're affected, go to court. And a lot of Nigerians actually went to court. Like people took it upon themselves. They went to court. They were giving us updates on what's going on. This is how it is now. The Nigerians that are so busy, you know how it can be to follow up issues. If there's a case, Nigerians just prefer to just pay it off and leave. But these people took the pain to go to court, and then at the end of the day, we did not see the end of that story.